Greetings, entities and guardians. My name is HyperHimes and welcome back to Kick Your Run Kingdom, where in this video I'm going to be taking a gander at Sugarfly cookie because we recently got her as a new cookie, and I see a nice streak of yellow down here. I see beautiful custard and also the little, I was going to say monkey, but no, that's the Colfie. There's also gold citron, and there's also gold osmanthus. And there's you'd think that Sugarfly would be around this whole section of gold, but no, she's definitely around here somewhere. Probably working at a production building. This makes me wonder which production building she's at. Well, with that being said, what I'm gonna do in this video is I'm gonna do a little overview video with you know, plumbing. I was about to say gold Sugarfly, excuse me, but no. I want to do an overview video with Sugarfly where I go ahead and talk about her quotes, her little animations, the stuff that she says, and other things along those lines. Because let's be honest, she is, in my opinion, a really beautiful cookie. I just want to go ahead and figure out more about her because, well, come on. Why does Creme Brulee keep speaking? I didn't even tap on you. Unless the Sugarfly cookie's right there, but I don't think she is. Definitely not. At least I could be wrong about it. Anyway, unfortunately, just to quickly get it out of the way, I'm not going to be reading comments on the video just because I want it to be more focused on the, you know, cookie itself. But if you still want to leave questions and comments down in the comment section below for me to read down the videos, feel free to do so, because it could be a random question, a random comment, a random fact, something about me, something about the game, something entirely different. It doesn't even matter, because as long as we're having a fun time at the end of the day, and we appreciate being around each other from community to creator and creator to community, then that's what matters the most. So, just to get out of the way, you are working at the drink stand. Or, no, the sheep place. I thought you were making the drinks. Anyway, look how gentle you look. Just sweep. Beautiful. Let's swap you with someone else. Who would be better while I get you? Who would be best at sweeping? Burning's place. Let's go. He's forced not to hurt the sheep. He's really giving the sheeps a really stern look right now, but the sheeps just do not give a care in the world. He is just like, why are you not scared of me? And the sheep's just like, meh. Of course, why not? Anyway, let's go ahead and put you over here because the only other things I can really look at is, like, you know, how I pick you up, which obviously, you look so elegant. You look like you don't have a single care in the world, and then when I put you down, elegantly float down with a little, I want to say, those aren't wings. Those are like little tethers below you. They could be wings, but like when you just drop her, you know, just a gentle float. She definitely is based around a butterfly because, you know, she's got the antennas too. And of course, if you just place her down, just like sit her down somewhere, she just sits there happily, patiently, like nothing going on. Sword is sharp, come on. Just sitting right next to the shark. Why not? Anywho, let me go ahead and get some quotes out of your way finally, because I'm curious to know what your whole entire attitude is about. There's actually some more stuff I think I may be able to overlook with you, but we'll see.
There is no need for wings in paradise.
I thought people... Didn't I get a comment before that said, like, hey, guess what? Once you enter paradise, you actually grow wings. And that you can just fly. I guess maybe you could just fly and you don't need wings, so it doesn't matter. Well, I guess, does that really matter for Sugarfly? Because, like, she's a butterfly, though. I mean, look at that. She controls the butterflies. And if I go in photo mode right there, just bow simply. She's very loyal. I would say more... I feel like she's more loyal, but it probably means she's more broken than Pavlova. Which is kind of really unfortunate when you think about it like that.
Sugar butterflies are attracted to sweet scents.
Pretty sure that's a common thing. I feel like that's a thing with all butterflies. They're usually going to be attracted to like some sort of a sap or something like that. But then again, I could be thinking of like a majority of insects who try and go after sweet things. But... I guess butterflies are always like some common thing, because aren't butterflies like bloodthirsty? I could just be theorizing, but I thought I heard something like a while ago where like butterflies are actually like bloodthirsty tiny creatures. Very adorable, but they will go after blood if they try to.
Careful with our sheep. They bite.
Is that why you were working in the sheep pen? I mean, I get it, but while I don't know much about the story, all I know is I got far enough to the story to realize that the deer can eat lions. And if that can happen, then I wouldn't be surprised if the butterflies were bloodthirsty. Like, if the deer can eat lions and the sheep can also bite, I'm pretty sure all the evil creatures are actually nice and all the sweet creatures are evil. I'm pretty sure. By the way, I'm sorry if you like hear some sweeping in the background. It is just overly hot recently, even though it's only June, which makes me worried about the temperatures in like July, August, and September. Hopefully it's gonna start going down, because sheesh. Anywho.
Look. My wings are glistening in the sun.
I think that's one of the reasons why I like it. I honestly like characters and colors of characters who are like gold. Like, they look beautiful, they are shining, and they have this beautiful, like, glistening feel to them. Like, this nice bright yellow. Which is probably why Custard is probably one of my favorite cookies. You know, Custard Cookie the Third. Where did that paper come from? She just picked it up like it was litter. I feel like Pavlova has like a smaller list of things, but I don't know what that list is used for.
Do not eat the berries.
Well, Tiger Lily Cookie is definitely not listening to that because if you ever heard of Berry Jump, she's probably gonna eat those berries. But she probably only just says that because you know, if you eat the fruits and like the candies and sweets and stuff, that's how you know you're in paradise. The berry stuff is organic. That's outside of paradise.
This place is unlike anything I've seen in Beastie East.
I mean, to be fair, there are some Beasties elements. I mean, you have the Shadowmoke place right there. You got a nice Eternal Sugar place right there. The only two places that aren't really available is a place for Burning Spice and a place for Mystic Flower. But you probably enjoy this place because, you know, while it's definitely not 100%, it's definitely got some, you know, uniqueness to it. You know, a nice sectored off section for it.
There is no need for... Look, my wings are careful with our sheep. Have you heard the Sugar Angel Choir sing?
No, I didn't even know there was a Sugar Angel Choir, but unless if you're talking about the small angels who hold like the arrows and bows and stuff like that. If that's what you mean, I'd rather not.
Look, my wings are glistening in the sun.
Okay.
There is no need. Do not. Sugar butterflies are attracted to sweet scents.
Do not the berries.
Look, careful with our sheep. This place is unlike.
Is there anything else that you say?
This place is careful with our sheep. I hardly remember my life before the garden.
How come whenever I spam click her, it just instantly gives me like a new quote? I feel like this is a thing that's been happening with a ton of other cookies. I think she obviously does have more quotes, but before I move on, I think if I want to check someplace, I'm curious, do you and Pavlova have anything to talk about each other with? So I'm going to change you out with a Shadowmoke, because Shadowmoke's putting that effort in, and not vanilla Shadowmoke. We're talking about Sage of Truth. You do have a conversation. Don't you ever wish to fly again? Wait, Sugarfly can't fly? I thought she could. Okay. Oh, but there's no need to fly in paradise. I guess. But I thought anything could happen in paradise if you're just given it. No wonder you're such a slowpoke. I mean, you can't blame her for not having wings, let's be honest. I'm sorry, Pavlova Cookie, I'll do better. Oh my gosh, how could you hate that response? How could... She's like, it's not even her fault, though. Like, come on. Forget it. And Pavlova was just like, I wish to see her fly freely, just as she did when she entered the garden. So she used to fly, and that's a thought bubble. So Pavlova used to fly. Interesting. So Pavlova Cookie used to see Sugarfly Cookie before the garden, and they used to fly. Did like Pavlova not be able to fly, but Sugarfly did? But ever since they entered the garden, they managed to, you know, swap roles. I feel like that's what's going on.
Have you heard the Sugar Angel Choir sing?
No, but you might talk about it in your HUD screen.
You too can be happy.
I don't know about you, I already am feeling happy. You know, I think I also really like her look because it kind of reminds me of Tinkerbell in a sense, if it was mixed with a couple blues, and also like literal steel-clad boots that are just made for a garden. It's like so weird how like you just have like elegant, beautiful, dignified yellow with blues, and then just like combat steel. I don't know why, I just love that combo. Honestly, it does contrast well if I'm being honest.
Welcome to the Garden of Delights.
Well, I can tell you for certain that we are not there right now. We're currently in the Plub Dynasty right now, so excuse me.
I'm not afraid to fight.
Well, I guess that explains the boots, because you're gonna be able to protect anything.
You too can be. I will make sure nothing troubles you here.
That means a lot to me, actually. Thank you. I can't fall for it though. I know you might get me swayed up with eternal sugar.
I'm not afraid to fight. Forget about all your troubles.
I'm good. I'd rather latch onto them just so I can make sure I learn from them.
Forget about there is no duty or responsibility in our garden.
I don't know. I feel like there's a couple rules that you still need to follow in the garden though, because, you know, don't eat the berries, don't leave the garden, don't try and interrupt Eternal Sugar Cookie when she's speaking with Hollyberry specifically. You know, stuff like that. There's rules.
I hated my dull, boring wings.
What, huh? Oh, you're broken as pleb. You can't just say, like, oh, my dull, boring wings, they were... Yeah, you are... I'm sorry to say, you're definitely brainwashed. I am so sorry to hear about that, but like, this is just the truth. It's just brainwash. I'm sorry. No one would hate their wings, unless if you actually hated flying.
Look at my pretty wings glisten.
What? Hold on. Wait, you have no wings. What do you mean? Excuse me? What are you on about?
I'm not of these beautiful wings are everything I've ever wanted.
Are you talking about the ones at the bottom here? But I thought, what, are you saying like your wings got replaced with, your old wings before the garden got replaced with wings from within the garden, and those wings don't even fly, but your previous ones did? What? That's like, it's like if I bought a car, and I was like, you know what, I really hate this like really beautiful like 2024 Ferrari. But, you know, I got it replaced with, like, a 1980s, like, Chevrolet or something like that. And I think that's way better, which, to be honest, cost-wise, it probably would be way better. Because, imagine if you get in a car crash of that, you'd be paying a lot of money to get those repairs. So, bad example, bad example.
Welcome to the, look at my, I hated my, look at my, you too can be happy.
That's probably all you're gonna say here, I think.
Welcome to, I hated my, forget about all, there is no duty. Welcome to, these beautiful wings are everything
I'm pretty sure
I've
that
ever
all,
wanted.
is that really all she said? I feel like there definitely is more, but I know you want to focus on, you know, the story and skills and stuff like that, so let's go ahead and go to her story, which says right here, for Sugarfly Cookie, everyone is welcome in the Garden of Delights. Among those who sought happiness in the paradise on Earthbread is a cookie who smiles, looking at her wings that glisten brightly in the rays of the never-setting sun. Hailing from a land beyond the veil of fog, Sugarfly Cookie too found her joy in this place. Since then, she has dedicated herself to delivering happiness to all beings less fortunate, comforting the sorrowful and healing the pained with a word and a touch as delicate as her beauty. But why does she work so hard in a place without hardship? Sugarfly Cookie answers gently, there is nothing I wouldn't do to repay Eternal Sugar Cookie's boundless kindness. Definitely a broken one for that. I mean, at least she does have that inner kindness, but it makes me wonder, how did she act beforehand? Maybe she still has, like, you know, that kindness in her heart that's, like, unwavering? But if anyone is curious, she does have a gacha animation, which I think is pretty beautiful, so check it out here.
Look at my pretty wings glisten. I couldn't be happier.
Why can't people, like, you know, heal this cookie? Eternal Sugar Cookie is like the demon, literally the devil of sweetness. Why can't we try and fix this one? Fix Pavlova, fix all the cookies that she's affected. Just make them all move out. If we clearly just, like, drop like an airship into plumbing the Garden of Sweet Paradise, lift them all out, then no beasties creatures can reach us. The only thing that would stop us is maybe the Cupid. Oh, but the Cupid arrows might pop the blimp. Okay, bad plan, but we'll figure out something. But according to her skill, it says right here, Butterfly's Whisper. Sugarfly Cookie flies up and heals all allies periodically. Afterwards, she will unfurl her wings and scatter sugar dust over the battlefield, increasing crit percent and crit damage for all allies, and reducing the effect of the dream. Alright, interesting, because here's the thing that I need to understand. It's a really small skill. All it does is she heals allies, and she also unfurls her wings and scatters them into the battlefield, which increases crit percent and crit damage for all the allies, and reducing the effect of Dream. But the thing is, it's good, but like, is it really worth it with other cookies who could do more? I don't know. I mean, it does make her decent support, but it's only just for crit. But to be fair, it's only a 6-second cooldown. So I think if you were to use cooldown toppings on her, you can make it so that it would only take 4 seconds for the skill to recharge, which basically gives you infinite HP, because, you know, infinite regeneration, and also your crit percent and crit damage will always go up. I'm not sure if that would make her super useful, though, but, still, that's just my thought. Anyway, let's go ahead and give you some levels. Here you go.
It's all thanks to Eternal Sugar Cookie.
What the I fed you these! It's not like these came from her garden. Maybe, like, since they're a candy, obviously they might have came from her garden to some extent, but, like, I'm giving you these. Oh, come on, eat.
Even more cookies will be happy now.
Well, obviously, considering that I'm here, I guess you are right. Yep. You had your mouth full there? Did you forget to say something, dear?
It's all thanks to Eternal Sugar Cookie.
I'm feeding you these.
It's all thanks to Eternal Sugar
I am
Cookie.
feeding you these! What, are you just being stunned and silent? What is this?
Even more cookies will be happy now. Responsibilities weigh me down no longer.
I don't think that's a good thing, to be honest.
Now, I'll make our garden even prettier.
I mean, I guess that's sweet, but I hope it's just a normal garden and not eternal sugars. Let's get you to level 30 just to make it a nice baseline there. I
wish to become even more beautiful.
You're already beautiful. It doesn't matter how your beauty is, it's already fine. What? No, I don't want to use those. I just want to use the normal powders. Don't know why it's forcing me to use concentrate. Alright, bam, level 30, and you're at 34,000 power. That's fine. I definitely want to go ahead and test you out into battle. You two are talking again. We're not gonna unless there is a different conversation. No, it's the same conversation. Anyways, let me just go ahead. Nope, we're not going over this way. She is too frail to get destroyed by lion-eating deers. She's even too feral for this place. Let's go ahead and go, like, to an older dark mode level. Let's go, like, what, 3? Anything that's fitting? You have all the soul cores here. I can't believe that. Or soul stones. This is like a 33,000 power level. Sure. Let's go to, bam. Let's take Eternal Sugar Cookie out. And, I didn't mean to shrink that. Luckily, the game never crashes anymore whenever I accidentally shrink that down, so that's a good thing. Anyway, she must be kind of lowered down because she's just a support. Yep.
I'm glad I can help.
Yeah, trust me. At least you are hoping for the better.
Such is Eternal Sugar Cookie's will.
Huh?
Witness my beauty.
We're already witnessing it.
Witness my beauty. I'm glad I can help.
Yeah, you know, you're helping to some extent. Just make sure that, like, just keep the name of Eternal Sugar Cookie out of your mouth, because, By the way, why the pleb does she just sometimes not talk when you, like, give her the XP candy? Like, that's what I'm curious about. Okay, she walks up, throws a butterfly, and just kills the enemies. Alright, that's pretty solid. Alright, now, let's go ahead and use her skill.
Fly, sugar butterflies!
Of course, it does just activate a bunch of healing, which, if you're wondering, Mystical Aura activates, and also Sugar Dust. Which, of course, normally that would raise up a lot of enemies, you know, not enemies, but, like, the skill and the attack, specifically crit percentage and crit damage from all the cookies on your team.
Sugar butterflies!
Which, to be fair, after it activates, you just have to, like, wait for a couple more seconds. Especially in, like, PvP or PvE, this can activate quite frequently. And if you have, like, things that can, like, reduce cooldown, this can activate, like, so many times. You could just have so many plumbing sugar butterflies fly. And, like, you could just easily bombard through this. Because these things can stack, I think, Mystical Aura. So, like, alright, check it out. It keeps going. Never mind, it just stopped.
Fly, sugar butterflies!
But it cranks out right there. There's Sugar Dust and Mystical Aura. Okay, it activates for every hit. Okay, so 5, and then 6, but then the next wave it's gonna stop.
Fly, sugar butterflies!
And then, unless if it attacks quickly. No, it doesn't. Don't get knocked back in days right there. Let's just use the box. Surprise box, because that also comes from Eternal Sugar Cookie's place, because why not?
Such a beautiful victory.
So if I'm being honest, in my personal opinion, it's gonna sound cruel. She looks beautiful, but I don't think she's worth. Because my only issue with her is, like, she may be able to be helpful and useful. The problem is, I don't think she does enough to warrant being on the team. That's my problem. Like, if you applied maybe cooldown toppings or maybe even defense, I would say more cooldown just so you can crank out the crit percent just as fast as commonly. Because she's not much of a main attacker. She's more of support, obviously. But at that point, why not just use other reliable supporters like Snapdragon or Parfait or cookies like that who can give you, like, tons of other different buffs that could just keep on stacking with each other. Even other specials like, you know, Icicle Yeti or even Cream Ferret can provide different sorts of buffs just for being safeguarded cookies, but they're all like supports to an extent. They all play the role better, if I'm being honest. I'm not trying to be rude, but, like, at the very least, she should at least have a skill where if she, Pavlova, and Eternal Sugar are grouped up together, then there's like some sort of a blessing that you can apply that applies to all of the team that can cause some sort of boost. Because I'm pretty sure something similar happens when you have, I think it's Shadow Milk, Candy Apple, and Black Sapphire. And the thing is, if it's not that, I'm pretty sure it was Pudding a la Mode, Choco Drizzle, and Green Tea Mousse. I feel like they had something once you combine all those cookies together in the team, but so far, I'm not seeing much of a viability for this cookie. It looks beautiful as all pleb, but like, I'm not seeing much that you can realistically do with her, and that makes me kind of upset. You know, because I think she does have like a decent amount of potential because, you know, absolutely beautiful cookie. But with that being said, be sure to tell me down in the comments below what your thoughts on her. And for now, if you enjoyed the video, then please be sure to leave a like on it and also share the video with your friends if you enjoy my Kick Run content. And if you enjoy my content in general, then why not subscribe and also hit the bell icon to be notified of whatever I do in the future. And also down below in the description, you'll see links to all my social media, which includes a Twitter post where if it gets 10,000 likes, I get the Kick Run YouTube stuff for absolutely free. There's a link to my Discord server called the Hypenese Hub, a link to my merchandise so you can buy stuff to represent the channel, and lastly a link to my Ko-fi where for just $1 a month you can see exclusive content you wouldn't normally see in this normal YouTube channel. But above all else, I will see you entities and guardians in the next video. Hail the Hypenese.